India-UK on a historical pact of signing the Military Pact against China. India crossed the LAC and captured 7 heights to bring China to the table, says an Indian official. India and therefore the UK is within the final stage of agreeing on a key defence logistical pact, reflecting a policy shift in London because the Boris Johnson government finalises its once-in-a-generation integrated review of Britain's policy, defence and international development within the post-Brexit world. Experts say the MOA is a component of replacement approach to India and Asia, which will be outlined within the high-level review to be released in November of 2020. Because the UK prepares for the future outside the ECU or the European Union from January 1. The review intended to require under consideration the present and the projected domestic and the global context in 2030. Was commissioned by the Johnsons as a policy-led, evidence-driven, a whole of a government process going beyond the parameters of a standard defense and security reviews. The official announcement on Wednesday last week that the Defence Logistical Pact is within the final stage of the agreement between the New Delhi and London is a component of several defence-related deliverables within the pipeline. It's seen as the London starting to move beyond attempts to balance the relationships. Avinash Paliwal, a world relations expert at the University of Oriental and African Studies, said on Friday last week, a defence logistical pact between India and therefore the UK is critical for multiple reasons. Aside from the military strategic value, such a pact, especially within the Indian Ocean Rim, it signals a far-off policy shift on London's part of China and Pakistan's question. For long, the United Kingdom has tried to balance the relationship between China and therefore the US, also as India and Pakistan. Such a defence logistical pact or the military pact or a military-based agreement pact offered clarity on intent. The United Kingdom is increasingly wary of China and is likely to let Pakistan sensitives hinder a very strategic partnership with India, something that has been the case for several years. Indicating that India would emerge as a key theme within the UK's post-Brexit worldview, John Thompson, acting diplomat of United Kingdom to the India, said during a recent webinar that India will come through as very stronger theme within the integrated review. Rahul Roy Chowdhury, a senior fellow at the IISS, said the UK's once-in-a-generation censoring within the tilt towards the Indo-Pacific, growing convergence on China and therefore the recent government-to-government arms transfer pact set the political context for enhancing bilateral defence links and maritime security cooperation with the Western Indian Ocean. The Defence Logistical Pact, unlikely to be challenged by the Labour Party under the Keir Starmer leadership, who has also emulated the party's stand on Kashmir more to India's liking, will set a replacement, more collaborative tone between India and therefore the UK. India crossed the line of actual control or the LAC in Ladakh at 7 places. A highly placed source has been quoted within the Indian Express as saying, the report says that the Indian forces crossed the LAC to counter the trans-aggression by the People Liberation Army into the Indian territory. We have crossed over 7 places or 7 heights. Why does one think China remains at the negotiation table, said an Indian official, hinting that the action taken by the Indian forces has forced the Chinese to return to the negotiation table. The Express also reports that added that India has refused to vacate the heights it took control of in the late August within the region of South Pangong Lake. New Delhi also has said that it will not stop infrastructure development in the border areas in any future. So what do you think of India and UK on a historical pact of military-based agreement against China, and India crossed deliberately against LAC and captured 7 heights to bring China to the negotiation table? India to get the Predator armed drones from US against China, as Russia does not see China as its friends anymore. After the long halt and pursuing India to get the US Predator drones for Indian Navy, while the India-China border tension does not showing any sign of going down. US is pitching its heavy weapons deals for India. India already made huge deals with US, France, Russia, Israel and others for buying the rifles, drones, missiles, parachutes, ballistic helmets and spare parts. US wants to sell their Predator drones to India, said an unnamed congressional. Already, India is in talk on getting drones from the US and Israel. According to the Indian media source, India is favoring on buying US Predator B drones, also called as the MQ-9 Reaper. It is capable of carrying Hellfire missiles and laser-guided missiles. India is looking to get 6 drones from US and also from Israel. India sent a request to US for buying 30 Predator drones for Indian Navy, but was put down by Obama's administration as their policy won't allow to sell to non-US partners. But in 2016, the Trump administration changed all the policies to sell the military equipments to India without congressional review. However, India-China border fight is increasing. India is looking to buy half a dozen of drones from the US. While China was caught red-handed and spying on Russia, both countries didn't make it a big deal, as Russia too will be spying on China for the same reason. Now Iran is waiting for billions of dollars from China. Russia is turning its blind eye on China. China is gathering India's neighbors against India. India too is on the dog and bone game. Both countries are trying to persuade India's neighbors like Maldives, Sri Lanka, Bhutan, Myanmar with $500 million cash swap package to help these countries to get out of Chinese debt traps. So what do you think? Will the US and India make a greater deal on its drone purchases? Will India stop China and persuading India's neighbor against India? As already Nepal and Iran are fully turned to China, Afghanistan might also join them soon.
Post your comments below, and if you like this video, please give a thumbs up and follow us on social networks and subscribe to our channel. And thanks for watching. This is WC Daily. Think big, think different. Bye.